NBC6 South Florida Tonight.
Good evening. A Washington, D.C. woman spent thousands of dollars to make her elderly father's Super Bowl dream come true. Tickets to the big game this Sunday at Dolphin Stadium. Instead, she was left empty-handed and out of a whole lot of cash. Exclusive tonight, Tom Llamas has more from the victim and Miami-Dade police.
Well, Jackie, this fan says she thought nobody else had seen the deal on eBay. Super Bowl tickets, 27 rows from the end zone for a little over face value. She thought it was a deal of a lifetime, but now her family, the closest they're going to get to the Super Bowl, is watching it on TV. Colts fan Meredith Fry promised her dad she'd get him Super Bowl tickets to see their hometown team take on the Bears.
This was already like a once-in-a-lifetime, let's just do it, no matter what it costs.
Fry, who lives near D.C., found tickets on eBay. Cheap tickets, really cheap tickets. And the seller said he worked for the NFL.
The English in the email was also very choppy, so I thought maybe he perhaps was foreign and didn't realize what he had on his hands here.
12 Super Bowl tickets for less than $9,000. What a deal, right? Wrong. Fry's Super Bowl dream turned out to be a Super Bowl scam.
So I called the NFL and I read them his name, and they said, "We don't have anybody by that name." I just started crying.
Her money wire went from D.C. to a bank account in L.A., and then it was sent via Western Union across the Atlantic to the southeastern European country of Romania.
The majority of these fraudulent accounts are European.
Detective Javier Preyeso is part of Miami-Dade's Super Bowl counterfeit ticket task force.
In the last few days, we've shut down anywhere from 10 to 15 sites.
Preyeso tracked Fry's wire transfer to a middleman who had the bank account in L.A.
I found out that there was a second scam where they used him via the internet to create this job while you work at home, and he would receive 10% of the monies that he was going to wire to a different person.
But by that time, Fry's money was long gone. Actually, it was her father's money, pulled from his retirement account.
It was a lot of money that wasn't mine, and I knew what it meant to my dad.
Now, police say right now a majority of the ticket scams happen over the internet, but that on game day, there are actually teams of crooks that come out here to the Super Bowl with fake tickets. Miami-Dade police says they're going to be out here in full force making sure they don't sell any tickets. Reporting live from Dolphin Stadium, Tom Llamas, South Florida Tonight.
I'm Ann Rousseau, live on Miami Beach, where the city is gearing up for gridlock on Super Bowl weekend. You can expect major road closures beginning tomorrow morning, a traffic nightmare, especially for those who live and work on South Beach. This is where they come to play. Tens of thousands of visitors here for Super Bowl weekend in Miami Beach, gearing up for the congestion.
Yes, it's going to be hectic. I can't do that. It's too much.
Starting at 7 o'clock Thursday morning, Ocean Drive will be open to pedestrians only.
Ocean Drive will be closed from 5th to 15th Street, and also the side streets are going to be closed periodically if we see that the traffic starts backing up. Also, the left turn lanes along the main thoroughfares will be closed if traffic starts backing up.
And depending on the traffic flow, MacArthur Causeway could close down periodically to make room for emergency vehicles. South Beach expecting to see its biggest crowds in years, an inconvenient experience or exciting opportunity for the residents.
It's frustrating. It's very frustrating because our streets are blocked, and it's a lot of stuff going on.
No, I'll be at all the fun with everybody else. I'm a big Vikings fan, big Super Bowl fan. I'll be in all the festivities with some friends that are coming from Chicago, so I'm looking forward to it.
And many businesses on Ocean Drive also making contingency plans. Pete Casanelli and his employees at TGI Fridays will be staying with friends to avoid all the traffic.
A few of them are actually getting some places down here where everyone's going to crash in one big room. Many as 10 to 15 of them, they're going to crash and make it a little party, I guess.
Luckily, Clinton Coley makes his own schedule as a personal trainer.
Well, Saturday, most definitely. I'm definitely not booking anyone. Hope you guys know this.
You either hunker down or you leave. And we're going to hunker down,
All right, now you can expect on Super Bowl Sunday that finding parking will be very difficult at the stadium. That's why Miami-Dade Transit is providing a park and ride bus service at 5 different locations, and all together the parking and shuttle fee will cost you between $5 and $19. Now back out live here on Ocean Drive, you can see it is shaping up to be a pretty mellow night. I guess you can say it's the calm before the storm.
Look here, I
The NFL teams up with Miami-Dade Parks and Recreation tonight, hosting a tribute to Black history. The celebration featured song and dance performances to celebrate African-American culture at the Miami-Dade County Auditorium. Colts head coach Tony Dungy, just 4 days before kickoff, and former Dolphin Troy Vincent attended the party. NBC6.net has everything you need for Super Bowl Sunday. Click on Super Bowl 41 under News Resources. Inside, you can preview some of this year's Super Bowl ads, read Hank Tester's blog about the big game, and find a link to the calendar of Super Bowl events. It's all at NBC6.net.
Did you feel it? Maybe it's Super Bowl fever around here, but the temperatures are up and we're not going to be as chilly tonight. Temperatures around the Sunshine State. There was plenty of sunshine out there today, by the way. 66 degrees currently. Compare that with the 56 we had last night, so running about 10 degrees warmer and 70 in the Keys. Let's talk about those temperatures into the future. Guess what? Forget the 60s. Forget the 70s. Forget the 80s. We will have a heat index coming up in the 6-day forecast near 90 degrees. The heat is on as the game gets closer coming up this weekend. And speaking of cold front coming down and us being close to it and being on the warm side of things, that same front that'll give us the warm weather will also introduce some very heavy rainfall. We're talking about a couple inches of rain up toward Orlando, Gainesville, and Jacksonville. Will that rain move down the peninsula and impact Super Bowl Sunday? It looks more and more like it will. We'll talk more about that in the 6-day forecast coming up in a few minutes. But if you want to check the radar or those warming temperatures anytime, head to our website. It's NBC6.net.
The city of Miami is denying reports it was planning a party to celebrate Fidel Castro's death at the Orange Bowl. The city plans to open the OB as a gathering site for the exile community following Castro's death. This after Cuba Television released new video of Fidel with Venezuelan leader Hugo Chavez. You can see the entire new video of Castro on NBC6.net. Just click on our special Castro section under News Resources. There you will find the video as well as an interactive timeline on Fidel's dictatorship. An 80-year-old woman beaten and robbed in her own home, and tonight she is speaking out. We warn you that some of these images are difficult to watch. Police say Virginia Coleman had just walked into her West Perrine home Sunday night when a man attacked her and severely beat her. The attacker then stole Coleman's purse and car, which he used to get away.
He just didn't realize, the misery he's caused me and everything. And in a way, I won't say ruined my life, but changed my life.
Police suspect the intruder broke into Coleman's home through a window. His name is Peter Berdovsky, and he's 29 and lives in Arlington. And tonight, he is facing a felony charge of placing a hoax device and one charge of disorderly conduct for his role in a publicity stunt, which put the city of Boston on edge. Julia Yarbo has more.
Hours after it was determined to be a hoax, Boston police say one person is now under arrest in connection with at least 9 suspicious devices found throughout the city.
There is nothing that we've found that indicates any danger to the people who are coming into and out of the city.
Instead, it appears the suspicious packages were the result of campaign ads for this Turner Broadcasting animated movie called Aqua Teen Hunger Force. Turner released a statement saying the packages in question were magnetic lights that pose no danger and that it was all part of an outdoor marketing campaign in 10 cities around the country. But Massachusetts governor said it wasn't funny. The stunt was enough to scare residents and cause Boston police and federal authorities to spring into action.
It's just crazy pandemonium, man. It just brings you back to 9/11 and a lot of things that were going on in the past.
Sections along the Charles River and parts of the interstate and bridges where the devices were found were shut down, while bomb experts could detonate the suspicious packages to ensure they didn't pose a threat. Now, the publicity stunt intended to draw attention could have marketers facing criminal charges. And Turner Broadcasting says that the outdoor campaign ran in 7 different cities for the past 2 weeks, including New York, Los Angeles, and Chicago. However, that particular stunt ad campaign did not run in Florida.
Delaware Senator Joseph Biden announces his bid for the White House on the web today, but the Democrats' campaign is getting off to a rough start. In an interview with the New York Observer, the long-serving senator discussed fellow presidential hopeful Barack Obama, saying, quote, "I mean, you've got the first sort of mainstream African-American who is articulate and bright and clean and nice-looking guy. a statement some are now calling racist. Obama responded by calling the comments historically inaccurate. In other stories from across America, we begin in Kansas City, Missouri. A woman is suing police there, claiming they contributed to the death of her unborn child. Sophia Salva was pulled over for some outstanding traffic violations. Police video shows Sophia Salva pleading with officers at least 20 times, telling them she was pregnant, bleeding, and needed to go to a hospital.
She's just giving me a long line of excuses. She said she's bleeding. She said you can check. She's not a doctor. You don't have any ID on you. She says she's 3 months pregnant, but...
After being held in jail for 12 hours, Salva went to a hospital and delivered a premature baby boy who died 1 minute after birth. In Milwaukee, Wisconsin, students at 2 high schools are being punished after a huge brawl at last night's basketball game. Fists flew in the aftermath of an overtime game between the 2 teams. At the same time, a woman in the stands was having a seizure, but police could not reach her because of the brawl. More than 50 police squads were brought in to calm the situation. Now students from both schools are banned from buying tickets for the rest of the season. In Austin, Texas, a best-selling author and columnist dies after a long battle with breast cancer. The syndicated liberal writer Molly Ivins revealed her ailment after being treated for cancer for the 3rd time. Ivins was a harsh critic of fellow Texan President George W. Bush in her column, which appeared in more than 400 papers nationwide. She was 62 years old. Coming up, the 911 call the moments after Shaq's Escalade was stolen.
All right, it's bowling night, South Beach style. Alonzo Mourning rolling down the lanes for big bucks with his Super Bowl celebrity friends. We'll take you inside coming up.
And the Indianapolis Colts running an offensive system that few in the league have been able to stop. Coming up in sports, it's not just the Colts passing game that's giving defenses a fit. It's a hard time to try to stop these guys, especially with a 2-headed running attack.
And a new money-saving step that's not only making our streets safer, but our environment cleaner. And you may not have even noticed the difference.
Thursday, the real estate market may be falling, but not all homes are dropping in value.
One of the hottest zip codes right now.
NBC 6 pinpoints what's going on in your zip code
And shows you how to get your home ready to put on the market. South Florida tonight. Watch Thursday at 11 on NBC 6.
Thursday.
Mega superstar Jennifer Lopez.
It's been on TMZ Extra. I'll bring you the original interview everyone's been talking about. I sit down with J-Lo where she tells all.
Has a great feeling.
Thursday on NBC 6. New tonight, Officer Shaq was on the beat this past Sunday. Tonight, we're hearing the 911 call. O'Neill chased down 2 young men he claims clipped his SUV with their car and took off. Take a listen as his bodyguard dials 911 to report the incident.
Yes, ma'am. We were behind the vehicle that hit our car and took off. We're going east on Route 1 from 16th Avenue.
So you were just in an accident at what location?
The guy hit our car on Matilda Street and took off.
O'Neill caught up with the kids at a Coconut Grove gas station where he flagged down a police officer. The men say they planned to stop but got scared when O'Neill's Escalade started chasing them.
Live tonight, I'm Adam Cooperstein at Lucky Strike Lanes in South Beach, where a basketball player stole the Super Bowl spotlight with, of all things, a celebrity bowling tournament. It's Alonzo Mourning's 2nd annual Kingpin Classic, and we'll take you inside, give you a taste of what's happening. Alonzo Mourning putting the bowl in Super Bowl week in South Florida. Although Zoe doing more mingling than bowling, he saved that for his celebrity friends.
We felt it was perfect timing, with a lot of celebrities in town, and we got Holly Robinson, Pete here, and Ray Lewis, and a lot of my teammates, and the list goes on.
Now, Heat forward Wayne Simeon had to be one of the best bowlers out there, although check out his celebration dance. What do you call that?
It doesn't have a move yet, but I see some of the NFL guys looking over here wanting to steal that for the touchdown dance. I'm selling them. They'll be on eBay later on this evening.
Yeah, it doesn't look like NFL superstar Ray Lewis will be making any bids. The former Hurricane going with the standard high five after his strike.
Ray Lewis he has nice form. Like the way he lays it out there, he has nice form. But there's one group where they all got out of a limo and they all have bowling bags that roll. So they're serious about theirs.
Play against someone who brings their own ball. Hey, we didn't get to talk to Dwayne Wade. He was a late arrival. Well, he's out there right now. I don't know if he can hear us. What's up, Dwayne? All right, he's ignoring me, but I figured I'd say hello. We didn't get to talk to him inside. And by the way, all money raised from Alonso's Kingpin Classic goes to charity. So great cause, a lot of fun in there. Reporting live in South Beach, I'm Adam Cooperstein for NBC6.
Look at Coop throwing the extra effort out, trying to get D-Wade's attention. Hey, no rain in Miami Beach tonight. That may change as we head toward the weekend. Live weather plus Doppler radar is drying. I want to show you the definition of something. This is very important, especially for those of you watching us perhaps from out of town, down here for the Super Bowl. Over on the weather maps, I want to show you a definition I found on the web for scattered. It means distributed over widely spaced intervals. We're talking about the chance of rain coming up for Super Bowl Sunday. When we're talking about the chance of rain, we are not talking about a washout all day long everywhere in South Florida. We use this word a lot during the wet season down here, which is our summertime. Scattered. That means some places will see rain and some places won't see rain. Well, there's one place we're worried about coming up on Super Bowl Sunday. That is Dolphin Stadium, the center of the football world for about 3 or 4 hours. And right now we have the chance of scattered showers and thunderstorms on Sunday. So not a guarantee it's going to happen, but right now it looks more likely than not that we'll have rain at least in the area coming up on Sunday. 68 right now in Miami, mostly cloudy skies, some clouds moving up from the south, and also that temperature is up 2 degrees over the past hour, so some warmer air moving in. 69 for Lauderdale, out in Miccosukee at 63, 63 for Kendall, and right now it is 68 in Homestead, so much, much warmer by at least 10 degrees tonight than the past several nights. A little bit of a warm boundary moving up from the south, bringing in some clouds, but also preventing us from falling into the 50s for the 5th consecutive day. So tonight we'll be in the mid-60s for lows. Now watch what happens tomorrow. A lot of sunshine, 82 degrees. Hello, summer. And how about this? Hello, the middle of summer by Friday. With a front pushing down from the north, the warm before the storm means we'll be really warm and toasty. Heat index up near 90 degrees and a high on Friday of 86. That is near record territory. Dry air over top of us for right now. The clouds are at the low levels, about 8,000 feet. That is it. No solid rainmakers of these clouds because there's not much buildup of moisture in the atmosphere. So tonight, with that warm air moving in and an easterly flow coming off the warm Atlantic Ocean, it's not going to be as chilly. So it'll be in the 60s tonight. As we head toward Friday and Saturday, once again, near record highs. The front gets close, but it's not here yet. So the winds are drawn up out of the south, grabbing some of that tropical moisture and tropical warmth, and the chance of some thunderstorms on Saturday. Now, Super Bowl Sunday, the front gets very close to us. The big question is, where is that front come game time? Right now, looks like it'll be pretty close to us, so we've introduced the chance of showers and thunderstorms scattered on Sunday night. Mostly cloudy skies, not as cool tonight. Your low 64 degrees. Nice day tomorrow, but warmer, all the way up to 82 degrees. Friday, very warm, 86. Couple storms, warm and humid Saturday. Not so super, it's looking like right now for Sunday, and cooler when everybody leaves town next week.
Well, we often hear stories about government wasting tax dollars, but in tonight's Green is Green report, Patricia Andreu shows us how Miami-Dade and Broward counties are saving millions on something you see every day.
I'm a traffic signal technician.
Carlos is one of a handful of techs who keeps Miami-Dade's 2,600 traffic signals brimming with light. We tagged along with him one morning, impressed with his finesse in replacing burned-out bulbs with fresh ones.
It's just the regular light bulbs that we use at home. The only difference is that this one is more power. It's 135 watts.
But the 135-watt incandescent bulb is going the way of the dinosaur. Miami-Dade is spending $8 million to replace them with these itty-bitty little things called LEDs, or light-emitting diodes. This relatively new technology will save tons of taxpayer money.
We're spending about $3 million a year right now to power our traffic signals. And when this project is completed in about a year, we'll only have to spend about $500,000.
That's $2.5 million in electricity savings each year.
That's a huge reduction.
It's tremendous. It'll free up a lot of money.
How do LEDs work?
This particular unit uses 7 watts of electricity to produce as much light as the traditional 135-watt incandescent bulb.
And they last years and years longer.
This will probably last 10 years.
As opposed to incandescents, which conk out after just a year or two. Broward made its big traffic signal switch to LEDs in 2001.
We are a 100% LED county and will continue to be.
That's no exaggeration. Not only are Broward's 1,300 traffic signals LEDs, but so are its pedestrian signals and many of its street signs, leading to a 70% savings in power.
Has it revolutionized your work?
Oh, it definitely has.
And it's made driving safer. No longer do motorists have to guess what to do when a burned out bulb leaves a traffic signal in the dark.
If you have a break here, here in one LED and burns out, only part of it burns out and the rest remains lit.
LEDs are also GREEN. They use 90% less energy and there are fewer bulbs to throw away because they last 10 times longer.
We do have limited resources. We are dealing with taxpayers' money. We need to be very cognizant about the way we spend it and the environment we all live in. It's our home. So we need to make sure that we're taking care of it.
And there we go, another fixed bulb.
But what do LEDs mean for our good old buddy Carlos Vasquez?
There's still lots of other maintenance jobs that he'll be able to work for us.
Patricia Andreu, South Florida Tonight.
And all through February on South Florida Tonight, our Green is Green reports will show you how to save money on your air conditioning costs, water costs, and more while helping the environment. Log on to NBC6.net and click on Green is Green under News Resources. There you will find how to pick the right bulbs for your house. You can also download our past Green is Green reports on your iPod and read Patricia Andreu's blogs on other ways to save money on your electric bills. It's all at NBC6.net. Hey, Joe, I'm already starting to get excited about the University of Miami and the football team.
Well, National Letter of Intent Day is just a week away, and the Miami Hurricanes getting a nice verbal commitment from one of the top players in the state. And their basketball team hitting the road facing number 3 UNC. Could Miami pull off the big upset?
And Miss USA's first interview since going into rehab. What she admits now. Next in Oh My Stars.
Closed captioning on NBC6, brought to you by City Furniture, now offering same-day delivery 7 days a week.
Oh My Stars, Miss USA is speaking out for the first time since the scandal that nearly knocked her crown off for good. Tara Conner sat down with NBC's Matt Lauer, her first interview since her month-long stint in rehab. It was back in December when Donald Trump, who owns the pageant, gave Conner a second chance, but only if she changed her partying ways. Now the 20-year-old admits she did more than just drink heavily.
I have done cocaine, yeah.
So how does it feel to say it?
It gets it off my chest. And to be honest with you, at first, I kind of held back on it a little bit, but there's no sense in it because luckily the great thing about getting everything out and being completely open and honest about things, it frees me from it. So the more that I get it off my chest, the better I feel about myself. It's not healthy for my recovery to sit here and hold things back.
Matt Lauer will interview Conner live tomorrow morning on the Today Show. You can see it right here on NBC6 starting at 7 a.m. Saturday night, Jennifer Lopez and Marc Anthony are celebrating the Super Bowl with a private concert on Miami Beach. It was 10 years ago, however, when J-Lo launched her singing and acting career. And you can see much more of my interview with J-Lo, including what she has to say about her husband, Marc Anthony, and her ties to South Florida, tomorrow night here on South Florida Tonight at 11.
All right, Jackie. Everybody's expecting this Super Bowl to be a matchup of the Colts' explosive offense against the Bears' great defense. But both teams do have one thing in common. Both feature a 2 running back system. Indy's Joseph Adai and Dominic Rhodes have combined for more than 2,100 yards rushing with different styles to complement each other.
The biggest thing is just going out there and helping out the team. And if we could get playing time, that's what we really want. It's not about who's scoring or who's getting all the carries. It's really just going out there just playing for the team. That's what we've been doing.
I think I'm more of a get downhill runner, and he's more of a bouncy runner. So teams are getting different things from us, but for the most part, they're getting guys that are coming in there ready to run the football.
Hey, here's a nice story. Bears defensive back Nick Turnbull's another local product returning to his hometown for the big game. Earlier this season, Turnbull became the first FIU football player to play in the NFL. The Golden Panthers' all-time leader in interceptions grew up here in Pembroke Pines.
It's exciting. It's great. I remember just coming and watching the games and watching the Super Bowls here, when 49ers and the Bengals. I never thought I'd be in a Super Bowl at that in my own city.
Well, Canes coach Randy Shannon has been busy recruiting the state of Florida, and it looks like his hard work is paying off today. The Canes getting a verbal commitment from one of the top quarterbacks in the country. Now, less than a week until National Signing Day, but Tampa Plant quarterback Robert Marve announcing his decision to join the University of Miami instead of Alabama. Marve set all kinds of records in his senior year, many of which were previously held by Gators quarterback Tim Tebow.
More and more I looked around, and more I thought it doesn't matter who's where or what's when. If I like the school, if I still liked Alabama more than Miami, I'd be going there now. But Miami gave me too much of a good feeling. It was too much, felt like me too much for me to pass that up.
Nice to have you, kid. Hey, Marv's future team hitting the court tonight. Miami facing number 3 North Carolina, game tied at 0. That's the closest the games would get to UNC. Rayshon Terry knocking down the tray. Second half tie. Lawson dialing long distance 3. UNC up by 15. Miami had no shot in this one, losing by a whopping 41 points, 105-64. The final. Canes did have one bright spot, Anthony Harris with 18 points on the night, but Miami loses their 5th straight game. And that will do it for sports. We will be back in just a moment.
Okay, let's talk about Super Bowl Sunday and, of course, the rain that's expected to come our way. Any chance that that rain will wait until late Sunday into Monday morning?
Well, Jackie, anything can happen. Whether it will happen is another question. We're just talking about the chance right now, not saying the Super Bowl is going to be a washout. But if it wasn't the Super Bowl, I would be saying right now the best chance of rain all week long, Sunday.
You
just
know,
so happens we got a game on Sunday that everybody wants to watch.
Everybody's going to blame the weather guy.
Yeah.
You're not going to be real popular if it rains.
Well, we'll see what happens. We got a long way to go. 4 more days.
That does it for South Florida tonight. We thank you so much for watching. And remember, for news, weather, and sports information 24 hours a day, just log on to NBC6.net.
What's that, Joe?
The Tonight Show is next.
I'm working on that. My kids relate to this right there.
NBC6 is South Florida's news leader. Join Bob Mayer, Pam Giganti, and meteorologist Ryan Phillips tomorrow morning beginning at 5 for Today in South Florida. And for news 24 hours a day, visit us on NBC6.net.